you're also telling us that time is running out for Taiwan, and that you see an attack there, and not just like a cyber attack where they try to infiltrate their computers and things of that nature, but an actual invasion, air, sea, land invasion. You still think that's imminent, Roy, right?
Yes, very, and we're step after step closer to that. I mean, if you look at the meeting just happened yesterday, the vice chairman PLA Central Commission,张又侠, just met with绍伊古, and they basically hugged, and张又侠gave a speech which is very aggressive, in my opinion, because he said Taiwan is the heart of China's core interests and one China policy, and he said no matter who wants to separate Taiwan, the PLA will never agree and never show mercy. So if you look at the language he uses, that's a very strong tone. Right, and Miles used to expose that Zhang's appointments is from Xi's army. It means Xi will definitely attack Taiwan.
You talk about President Xi's health and it's declining. Is there a secession plan? I mean, if he were to not be able to serve for whatever reason, what would happen in your view? What would be next, Roy?
Yes, first of all, Miles already told us a long time ago, Xi's family is already in power. Although it's not obvious, not conspicuous, it's not on the news, of course, but Xi's family, Xi's wife, and also his daughter, they're involved in CCP's operations, and they're in power, and they can leverage resources inside the CCP. And one reason why he's having this crazy purge against all the politicians and all the high-ranking officials is because he's fearing. I feel like he's fearing that he's not going to last long. He knows it himself, and also the very dangerous and imminent thing is that he probably gonna seize the opportunity as just this closing window to actually become the real emperor of China. Of course, his big plan of the great unification of the Great China, which is to annex and attack Taiwan, is gonna happen soon. So I fear that's gonna be something happen next. And we saw Zhang Youxia, the vice chairman named by Xi Jinping, just met Shoigu, which is a huge signal sent to all of us.
He was the premier for a decade, and he was head of the CCP. So why the crackdown? Why the censorship? Why don't they want a rally? Why don't they want to commemorate his death? I mean, I'm not really getting this. What is at the genesis of the current regime, of the current President Xi regime, trying to censor any commemoration for former Premier Li?
So first of all, just give you some background and context, and also a little bit of history of the Chinese Communist Party, especially around time in, for example, June 4th, 1989. In history, Li is the representative of a faction called the Young League faction. This is a faction when before 1989, because of the political pressure and outside and internal pressure, there's call for the political reform, and that's what was hoped for, and. The 1989, the June 4th, Tiananmen massacre happened, and then this plan of having two-party system just suspended. So basically, the Youth League faction was to become and develop into another party with Chinese Communist Party, and then the West, and everyone's hoping that we can have a two-party system, rule of law, and democracy in China. So that's the design, the plan. So right now, this event, Li's death, actually signals the death of the hope for reform inside the party. It's been lasting for more than 30 years after the Tiananmen massacre, right? And now the Chinese Communist Party is essentially by nature becoming the Xi party. So Xi is having all these Stalin-style political purge against all these first-rank, officials. We talked about the PLA, we talked about the Iraqi force, and also foreign minister missing. Everyone's disappearing. And this is, I think, one of the reasons is Xi's personal health is, deteriorating, because she has this cervical spine problem. It's a serious problem. Like Miles first told the world like Li Keqiang is kind of like different from Xi Jinping. He's loved a lot by the people, and he probably could be the predecessor. He could be replacing Xi. Actually, there's a rumors like calling for it like before the 20th Party Congress, and also that would be a big pressure, problem for Xi, because he has a worse and worse health problem, and then he could not probably name his own successor. So, but now, like, the crackdown is happening, and Xi is, like, CCP is in this dilemma, because there could be another movement like June 4th, the Tiananmen protest, which is triggered by the death of former General Secretary Hu Yaobang, which is very similar to the current situation right now.